Here's my review of Society of the Snow. Like many true story movies, first and foremost, spoilers, but at the same time, it's like, you know what's going to happen because this was based on a true story. And this is a very interesting movie as it's based on the true story of the plane crash from, I believe, 1973. And as they crash in the mountains, and it's a very good movie, but it's a movie where it's kind of very hard to watch movie. Like, you kind of know the story. I feel like this is kind of a well-known story. I feel like for the most part, at least on certain things that the characters have to do with, of course, they have to be lead with like cannibalism and all that terrible stuff. But like, it is a very good movie, very well acted. And this is like many survival movies, it's always fun to see like the characters see the things that they do to like survive, of course. But this, it feels different because you know it is based on a true story. You get this like, I like these overhead shots that they do because it truly shows like how abandoned they really are. And did I say Himalayan mountains? I meant Argentine mountains, like South America. And it a lot of the stuff that you see in a lot of other survival movies of them, like, you know, looking for food. Of course, mass spoilers if you don't know, but like if you know the true story, like cannibalism, and it's all done in a way where it's you watch the movie, you just kind of feel horrified and like sickened, but at the same time, it was very very well done. And I like these kind of movies where these true story movies, these survivor movies, are always very interesting. And I think a lot of this movie is done very well with the intensity of when they show the plane crash and just how cold it is there, and like how they get buried and how they have to dig. Some of them have to dig themselves out, and it's a movie where this whole time it's like you're kind of on the edge of your seat, like biting your fingernails, where you're just kind of worried, like, how are these people going to make it out? And of course, some of them don't. Like, I believe it's only like 2 that do. And it's a very sad movie, but it ends kind of on a sense of, I feel like you kind of have some hope because at least these 2 guys escaped. Well, not escaped, but, survived. And of course, like, the scene that's the most infamous, like, when they're discussing the cannibalism, it's a scene where it kind of makes you, of course, makes you sick, and they feel sickened as well, but it's all done in a rational way where, like, I think they had to do that. It was what had to be done. And like I said, the acting was great, and this was a very good movie, but it's like a movie where I don't really want to rewatch it. It's just like depressing, it's like, it's interesting though, seeing the unique ways and what they utilize their surroundings to survive, but it's a movie where you're like, that was good, but I just wouldn't really want to watch that again. And then a lot of this movie is them having to like huddle together for warmth, and just all of these like just terrifying things. Like, this movie's, of course, not at all a horror movie, but it puts you in that sense of dread very well. So yeah, I would say that this is a very solid movie. The acting was very good. I thought it was visually, it was very, very pretty. And like I said, it's a movie where it's very depressing. You know what's going to happen. But it's a movie that, when I watched it, I very much enjoyed watching it. But it's a movie where you just kind of feel just kind of sick. Like, and like with many of these survivor movies, like, of course it ends on a happy note for like at least some of them escape. But it's like, it's a good movie with solid acting. I thought it was good, but it's not a movie I would revisit.